right now we just lay low like a couple of outlaws and plot and scheme how we're going to get through the fair weather.
Hey business builders, Wayne Herring, and I'm here with Pete Clare, who is the owner and the builder of Turkey Trot Acres. This is where we're going to do our business builder event in spring, and so my friend Josh Ott and I took a ride up here. It's still snowy outside, but it won't be long, the snow will be gone. And Pete, yeah, it'd be great if you would just tell us a bit, like, how did this place come to be? How did you build this place?
Well, it's good to have you back, Wayne. You and your family have been here. I know you and your dad at least 2 times, maybe 3 over the years, and you came with your family one time, and now you're here for a different reason, and that's what's cool about Turkey Trot. We are a hunting lodge, but our hunting seasons are pretty much limited to, the month of May and then a little bit in the fall. So my wife and I, Sheri, realized that you can't just own a place like this and work a month or 2 out of the year. So going back to 1987, when we first proclaimed our guide shack as Turkey Trot Acres, as brief as I can be, it started on a trip to Virginia, Hot Springs, Virginia. Way out on the western part of Virginia, West Virginia border. And to make a long story short, we went turkey hunting, I think it was the spring of '86, and I found out one thing, and it almost put me in jail, that a blotch of white paint on a tree is a posted sign there. I was amongst 18 million acres of George Washington National Forest, but I parked my truck where it was a blotch of white paint that somebody else. And well, after getting through that ordeal on the way home, I got thinking, I just wonder how many other people want to go on these hunting trips and get into all sorts of mischief because they just don't know. So we created Turkey Trot Acres with a guide shack. It was a wood stove and an outhouse. Yeah. And in '87 we had 6 or 7 hunters. In '88 we had 10 or 12 hunters, and by '89 that wasn't going to work anymore. So we begged, borrowed, mortgaged, stole, whatever we had to do to start building this joint. And then we opened this in May of 1990. So to make a long story short, spring and fall, I believe we're getting ready to start our 63rd turkey season. Oh, wow. 63 seasons. One of the most wonderful things that I've always said is the friendships and the people that I have met, my wife and I, and all our guides have met over the years that otherwise we wouldn't have met, whether, any other way. And in this world, it was through the hunting community. Yeah. It could be many different ways to meet people, but it's just been a long, strange trip, and we've enjoyed every bit of it. Everybody that knew me and my wife thought we were nuts. What are you talking about? That guy's nuts. He's building a hunting lodge in upstate New York. What's he think he is? And, well, we just kept persevering and believing and kept following along with what our plan was to provide quality hunting, lodging, and dining for people that came here. And that's how we started out. And then I started meeting some industry people through like Quaker Boy or Bill Jordan was one of the early guys that came here from Realtree, and I said, well, let's do a celebrity hunt. So the next thing you know, from 1994 to 2002, 8 years, we brought, as you see the pictures on the wall, Michael Strahan was on and on. I could go Jim Varney, Ernest Goes to Turkey Trot. Yeah. And we made thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and it all went to 2 things. It went to our community for the kids. Yeah. We rebuilt a little league field here that was literally chicken wire and barn boards. Yeah. And now it's a first-class little league field. We put a timber frame gazebo in town, and there's signs that proclaim that Hunter's Dollars did this. And,
that's cool.
The people that really cared, the landowners, saw what we were doing, and it just worked for us.
So you just mentioned how you got this dream and idea that you were going to do a celebrity hunt, which in a small town in New York was crazy, and people said you can't have a lodge, you can't do that. So how did you push through that resistance of people saying it's crazy, and how did you make that happen?
We got involved with the Chamber of Commerce the little village of Canada. Just started this Chamber of Commerce, and I just had this idea, what a way to kick things off. How would you like to be the beneficiaries of this event? Help us put it together. And wow, I mean, it was just the 3-day weekend was, involved. They'd get here Thursday, we'd have a welcome party. We'd hunt Friday. Friday night there was a big, huge auction at the fire station. They'd pull all the fire trucks out. We'd have all these art prints and all the celebrities down there. 500 people there. Saturday morning we'd hunt. Saturday afternoon we had a golf tournament. And before you know it, the weekend was over on Sunday, and you might have slept 6 hours if you were lucky. But every year the community couldn't wait. Who's going to come this year? So it really drew in people.
How did you find those people in the days before social media and internet? How do you find
I
celebrities?
wonder about that. How did I do that? And that's a very good question, because without the internet and emails and Facebook, how did I do that? It started out with knowing some of the industry players through Quaker Boy, and then they knew some of the Buffalo Bills, and then the first year we'd have only 4 or 5, but those celebrities, if you want to call them that, celebrities, knew somebody that hunted, and
I gotcha.
So the word spread, and before you know it, we were getting a waiting list of people. They would be calling me, and if they were outdoors folks and they liked the turkey hunt, this was the place to be.
So this table is where I expect that some of our guys will want to gather, and there'll be some stories shared and things.
I can't even begin to tell you the wheels and the deals and that have happened around this table.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just watched, whether it's doing business with one guy to another guy, or it's just been the focal point, because there's always good food out here. We have Amish-made cheese and venison salami or bologna. It's just a place to hang out. Cocktail hour is a big deal here.
Yeah.
This is where the cocktails are flowing. And cocktail hour here is a state of mind. It doesn't mean you have to have alcohol. Yeah. You can do it with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But you'll find, and from hunting here in the spring, we can only hunt till noon. At 1 o'clock after lunch, this place is like a morgue.
Yeah.
The bedrooms are sleeping. It's very quiet. But about 3:30, 4 o'clock, everybody's up, take a shower. You got a whole new attitude.
Yeah.
A whole new day is starting, basically. But every individual is different, and everybody has their own pace. And all I know, and I don't know, people have said we have magic dust here. We call it whatever you want. The place is just conducive to doing business.
Yeah.
And relaxing, and I don't know why, but it is.
And I think everybody needs that. Everybody needs some space, and it's a place where people can get away. Last year we did I told you we rented a house in Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm. I saw your video.
We had good food, and we had business owners all gathered around a big table, not unlike the table back there.
Sure.
We didn't have hunting, and we didn't have the outdoor feel of this place.
Right.
And that was magic. Mm-hmm. So my hope in creating this event is that we get that magic, and the magic of those people, plus your magic and the things we do here. And I think it'll be, what is that, double magic or magic squared or something like that. I think the last thing I wanted to ask you that is really fascinating to me, and I was telling Josh about this on the way here, you did things like celebrity hunts, and you do things like, well, we're just going to do this thing, and we take a leap, and you and Sheri make it happen.
Constantly
and evolve.
And reinventing ourselves is the word you might want to call it. Constantly, whether it's going into the music business or different food things that we're doing all the time. We've recorded 2 major league, DVD live concert performance by world class bands from the '70s here. Just something I wanted to do. These are my favorite bands, Commander Cody and the New Riders of the Purple Sage. I mean, these guys sold millions of albums, and we've had them both here many times. We've filmed them.
Yeah,
that's just something my personal thing. One of my favorite bands here, so why not?
Yeah.
And lately the newest thing we're doing is Carmela, which is my grandmother, and I got this crazy idea. I wanted a wood-fired pizza oven. And Stevie LaCorchik, one of my guys, my best friends, said to me, and he's a Pennsylvania coal miner all the way. Here's his man attitude.
I know Steve. Yep.
He was your guy.
Yep.
Do you realize how many pizzas you have to sell to get the $8,000 you spent on that oven back? That was his. That's the way $8,000. You know how many pizzas you got to make? And I just shook my head. I said, it's not about how many pizzas. It's about entertaining people. And as soon as Carmela came out of the scene and we figured out how to make pizzas in 90 seconds, it just changed everything here. Just another reason to come and enjoy. And of course now we're, because of the response that I saw from being the only wood-fired oven in Tioga County, when we do a party here, if 100 people walk up those steps, 25 of them are in a trance. 75 walk right by and they're going to the bar, they're going somewhere, and they're going to eat what comes out of there, but they don't really care where it came from. The foodies, if you're a foodie or you're a foodie, you're going to be, and that it's a new experience, and that's always what we're looking for, just new experiences. And there's something about watching that pizza go in and come out in 90 seconds, then handing it to them. It's just that's the kind of stuff we live for, is new experiences.
Got it.
And one of the last things I just want to say that I can say, from 32 years of doing this is, and talking to people this time of year, everybody in life needs something to look forward to. I don't care if it's your wife's birthday or your daughter's graduation, whether it's 2 weeks away or 2 years away, something to look forward to. And I guarantee you, a trip to Turkey out with your people, once they maybe see this video or they do a little looking around, they're gonna be excited, and they're gonna have something to look forward to. And then pretty soon it's like 2 more weeks, 2 more days.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, I hear that all the time.
I was excited just to come take a
But that's what I'm
ride up
saying,
here to
right?
be with
I
you
can tell
today.
you were, and
Yeah.
I don't know how that's part of that magic dust. I think I was telling you. I don't know how that happened and why it happened, but don't be afraid to take chances. That's one thing I have never, people say, God, that guy's got balls. Well, I got balls. I just have confidence. I think I believe in something, whether it be the peace tree now, or the brick oven, or the turkey hunting 30 years ago. I don't know. You find something that nobody else is doing,
Right.
and if you do it right, you'll probably do fine with it.
And so we were talking right before we got started too about you could have stayed a teacher and you could have stayed and you would have had a nice retirement, but you have so many memories and so many other people you've impacted.
I taught
really
school for
cool.
10 years, taught elementary school, coached football, did everything I wanted to do while I was out of college, but there was something about those 4 walls that was closing me in, and something was pulling me in. I didn't know what it was, but I guess it was, it was this. I don't know where I was going, but this is where we ended up, kind of a deal.
So hey, if you're a business owner, if you're a guy, and if you're working to build that business, and you're also working to build a family and build a life, and you want something to look forward to, that's what we're working to create here. I like the way that Pete phrased that. If you're looking for something to look forward to, a hunt, a time in the New York State wilds and in the Turkey Lodge here, then go ahead and sign up for Business Builder Camp Turkey Hunt. We'd love to have you. There's an application form that you can find on the webpage. And it's going to be a good time we gather up here May 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. If you don't hunt, that's okay. We have an option where you can hang out in the lodge and you can relax and sleep in if you like, and sit out on the couch. And by that time it'll probably be warm. Sit out on the porch. It's a good place to just let things kind of settle in. We'll work in the afternoon. But if you do hunt, that'll be a great time too. There's lots of turkeys. There's turkey guides here. You'll be out in the woods with a different business owner every day. We'd love to have you.
We're going to mix it up a little bit, let everybody share the experience, amongst each other, really.
Pete, thanks for having us.
Oh, Wayne, I'm
Appreciate
looking forward to it. You got me excited. And I get excited about all this kind of stuff anyway, but I always like doing something different.
You're not easily excited, right?
No, I am. Oh, no, you can tell I'm very easily excited.
Good. Come on out!